You know, there's something happening right now, and millions of people are feeling it, but no one's talking about it. You're losing interest in everything. The holidays just don't hit the same anymore. Hanging out with friends just feels forced, and even the things that you used to love, hobbies, movies, music, I don't know, it's all just meh. And when I first started feeling this, I thought I was the only one. I thought maybe, I was depressed or burnt out or just, I don't know, broken. But then I realized this isn't just me. This is happening to everyone. And it's not a problem, it's a shift. Now, if you're feeling this right now, if you're in the same boat, just drop a comment because I want to know if I'm crazy or not. But anyways, let me paint you a picture. You wake up, you go through the motions, you go to work, go to the gym, Netflix, go on your phone and scroll, and you go to sleep and then just repeat. And nothing just excites you anymore. You're not sad, you're not angry, you're just numb. And everyone around you is like, what's wrong with you? Why aren't you motivated? Why aren't you excited? But here's what they don't get: you're not unmotivated, you're just uninterested. There's a difference. You're not depressed, you're just waking up. Because the part of you that used to care about all that stuff, it's dying. And you know what? That's not a bad thing. You see, we've been sold a lie that if we work hard enough, buy the right things, follow the right steps, maybe we'll be happy. But we're not. We're just numb because we're overstimulated. We've overstimulated ourselves into apathy. We've traded our soul for convenience, our peace for productivity, our purpose for distraction. Scrolling, streaming, shopping, drinking, dating apps, social media. All of it is designed to keep us distracted, to keep us overstimulated, to keep us disconnected from ourselves. And now our bodies are rejecting it. This feeling, this emptiness, this disconnection. It's not depression. It's your soul saying, I'm done with this fake world. The part of you that's dying is the part that, needed validation from social media, compared yourself to other people, chased instant gratification, and, bought into all the noise and distraction. That part, it's fading away. And, what's left is the real you, the part that you buried 6 feet under. And I think this is hitting men in the 30s the hardest because we're at this weird crossroads. We did what we were supposed to do. We got the job, got the relationship, got the life. And now we're just looking around like, is this it? We're bored, we're disconnected, we're just going through the motions. And society tells us there's something wrong with us. You should be grateful, you should be happy. Why are you complaining, bro? But we're not because we've outgrown the version of ourselves that wanted all that stuff. The part of us that chased external validation, dead. The part of us that needed approval from people, it's gone. And the part of us that bought into the script, it's fading. And what's left is the real us, the part we buried to fit in. I was thinking about this thought the other day. You know how animals in nature, when they're overstressed, they go into survival mode? They shut down, they freeze, they stop responding to stimuli. It's just a defense mechanism, a way to protect themselves from being overwhelmed. Now, what if that's what's happening to us right now? What if this feeling, this emptiness, this boredom, this disconnection is our body's way of saying, stop, slow down, this is not sustainable? What if it's a survival tactic? You see, your mind is forcing you into silence, into solitude, into peace. Not because you're broken, but because you're being protected from the noise, the manipulation, the distraction. you're just reaching this baseline, a quiet place. And in that quiet place, you can finally hear yourself again. So here's what I believe: God doesn't waste your emptiness, He uses it. So when you've lost interest in everything, when nothing feels the same, when you're just floating through life, that's not punishment, that's preparation. Because He's killing the old version of you, the version that was distracted, the version that was chasing things that doesn't matter. And He's making space for the new you, the real you. I'm 33 right now. Jesus, from what I read, was 33 when He died and resurrected. And I'm starting to realize this. This is my resurrection year. This emptiness that I'm feeling, it's the death before the resurrection. See, the old me had to die. The me that chased validation, the me that needed approval, the me that bought into the script, that version is gone. And what's being revealed is the version that's been buried this whole time. The version that doesn't need anyone's permission, the version that builds what matters. That's the version that's aligned with purpose. So if you're feeling this right now, maybe that's what's happening to you at the moment. And if you're in this phase right now, well, here's what I want you to do. Firstly, stop fighting it. Stop trying to force yourself to feel excited, to be motivated, to care about things that you just don't care about anymore. That's the old you dying. Let it die. Don't try to numb it with these distractions. Don't scroll it away. Don't drink it away. Don't Netflix it away. Sit with it. This is the discomfort that rebuilds you. Secondly, use the silence. Get in tune with yourself. Write in your journal. Pray. And speak to God. Sit with your thoughts. Ask yourself, what actually matters to me? What do I actually want? Not what society wants, not what your family wants, not what your girlfriend wants, not what your boss wants. What you want. And listen, because in the silence, you'll hear it. And thirdly, start building toward that. You don't need to have it all figured out. You don't need a master plan, but start moving toward the things that feel aligned, even if they're small. See, for me, that's been dog sitting, site surveys, learning trading, building content. It doesn't look impressive. It doesn't look like success, but it's mine and it's real. And that's what matters. Now, look, I know this feeling sucks. I know it's uncomfortable. Walking around feeling numb, disconnected, empty. It's just shit. But this is a good thing. You're not broken. You're not depressed. You're not lost. You're being rebuilt. The old version of you is dying. The version that bought into the illusion. And what's being revealed is the real you. The part that you buried. So embrace the silence. Embrace the solitude. Embrace the emptiness. Because on the other side of this, that's where the real rebuild begins. This isn't the end. This is the transition, the death before the resurrection. Now, if you're going through this right now, I'll put together a free assessment. 2 minutes. It'll show you which area to focus on rebuilding first, whether it's your body, your mind, your presence, your purpose. It's all there. Links in the description if you want to tap in. And seriously, drop a comment if you're feeling this. Let me know what part resonated. Because I want to know, I'm not the only one going through this. Anyways, just a quick ramble of thoughts that I had. Hope you guys found some value in that, and catch you guys in the next one. Peace.